the wall. It's black on the wall. It's not a shadow. It's someone kicking up the dirt on the wall. How can there be any sin insincere? Where is the good in goodbye? In goodbye. Your apprehension confuse me, dear. Puzzle and mystify, tell me. What can be fair in farewell, dear, when one single star shines above? How can there be any sin insincere? Aren't we sincerely in love? Oh, we're in love. We did it. Rock and roll. Yeah. A nice mellow romantic song for the romantic lover in you, okay? Okay, so the message of that song is that she's not interested in you, and yet you can't seem to wrap your head around that. Okay, and then so you're like, but you exist, so therefore you must want to date. Oh, the trials and tribulations, okay? Trials and tribulations, and they just don't get the idea, or they don't want to get the idea, okay? They just don't know. All right. So that's the Barbershop Quartet portion of the program. Barbershop Quartet minus 3 equals me. Okay, so there's just one of me here. It's a barbershop untet. Untet. Uni. There was a story about uni, and everyone tried to convince a guy that he had one nut, and he believed everyone, and they called him Uni. Okay, it's a story from my past. Okay, it didn't happen to me, but I mean I know about it. Okay, so so a unitet is a barbershop quartet with just one person in it, and that's you've just heard that. Okay, so welcome to the variety section of our hour, where we have different jokes like, where did the cat get the chocolate milk? At the grocery store. Okay, how far should you bang a drum? You should bang it as far as it'll go. Until it stops, nobody knows, okay? So round and round and round and round I'll go. So that's the variety section portion of our program. You got to keep it positive, man, okay? You got to keep it positive. So many times I panic and then I clench up like this and my shoulders go up against my ears and then, oh man, here comes a dragon, okay? Oh, here comes the boss. Oh, I'm gonna get turned into a toad or a frog, or okay, I'm gonna get turned into a big bouquet of pussy willows or cattails and have to sit there in the swamp all day while slugs and snails crawl all over me and try and eat my leaves, okay? And then my fuzzy fuzz gets dry and I pop open and all my seeds, all my brains get blown out into the wind. And then when I get turned back into a person again, all those seeds aren't coming back, okay? And then so shortly my brain, it's like less and less of my brain comes back. And then what's going to happen next? I'm just going to be a little pea pod. My head's going to be a pod of peas with just a uni pea in it, okay? A single pea. That means I gotta be on my best behavior, except not anymore. He can't touch me here. So I was having, I guess, a flashback to the bad old days. Holy man. You want to hear about the time I fought the dragon with Shawn Mendes? Okay. I think it was some kind of reverberation or something, like the harmonics of the concert were such that they were the same as the dragon's anus. So you see, a dragon ate me in my realm, and then the anus was here somehow, and the resonance of the anus and the musical instruments must have been the same, and I got crapped out here, okay, right in the middle of the stage, and I did a shoulder roll, and I was like, where am I? It's a dream. And then there was this guy, and he was there. He was so brave with his mic stand, slamming the claws, because the thing then came through its own anus and inside out fought us, and you organs were flapping everywhere. We had to put the thing out of its misery. It's a lot like that time in The Fly where that thing got teleported, except it got reconstituted inside out. It was terrible, okay? And for anyone that was at that concert, I am so sorry, okay? There's therapies that you can take. And please try and get some sleep, even though I know it's tough. When you see an inside out dragon who has been pulled inside out through its own anus, you're not going to forget that, okay? And I don't forget it. And I also don't forget the person who saved me. Shawn Mendes. I was later to find out his name was Shawn Mendes. Okay? And he took that mic stand and he drove it through a ventricle. The heart stopped. The beast fell, crushing several people. But we never found the bodies, so that I am assuming they got teleported somewhere and are happily living a life on some other realm. Okay, because that's what it's all about, okay? There's here and then there's other places where we basically do the same stuff, except it's a different place, okay? So maybe I'll even have the same job. Okay, so Shawn Mendes was a true hero that day, and I guess, I started writing him too many letters and I had to stop. Going from one seeking approval from an evil warlord is a loser's game, and then projecting all your hopes and dreams on a rock and roll star. It's not fair to them. They're just a person, okay? So they said, you have to stop writing me letters. It's not even that Camila Cabello was getting pissed. It's just that it was taking an emotional toll. And that's labor that you don't have to do. Shouldn't have to do. I'm sorry, Shawn Mendes. But can you blame me? I mean, it was a fantastic incident. I mean, yes, there's people that are missing, okay, and the manhunt continues. But I'm just trying to relate about the time it happened. I made references to it before, and I thought, well, now I felt I was in a good mood today. Tell you about it. I haven't listened to his music since. Well, except for the one song that's got trapped in the rock. I'm still not quite sure what that's about. An omen? A warning? See, I gotta find it in myself. Yeah, okay, so can you. These are 5 steps to finding, resonance within yourself. I mean, what's the thing? Validation. Okay, this is the 5 steps. 1, eat a juice. Okay, 2, have a meal. 3, get some sleep, man. Okay, 4, you can rub on yourself a little bit. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay, 5, if 5 is cats and pets, surround yourself with emotional support animals who love you, because they do. Okay? 6 is buy some cereal. Okay? 7 is put in some milk. 8, maids of milking. 9, lords of leaping. 10, golden rings. 11, calling birds. 12, fertile turtle doves. 13, 69s. And a partridge in a pear tree. Oh, man. So there's always steps. There's always to do it. Okay, you can always do it. Put your back into it. Uh, yeah. Sometimes you can find a great thing that happens out of tragedy. My hand's all like this gnarled claw. Like what is this? So relax my own hand, please. All right. Excuse me. So staying positive is very important. But sometimes bad things happen, and that's okay too. And a partridge in a pear tree. 8 lords are leaping, 7 swans are swimming, 6 geese are laying, 5 molding things, 11 calling birds, 2 turtle doves, 3 French hens, and a partridge in a pear tree. You ever wonder what they did with the meat? All that dragon meat. They turned it into cat food. They call it duck delight. But you and I both know what it is. It's not duck delight, my friend. It's dragon delight. Dragon guts delight. To take such a magnificent beast, fearsome beast, and cursed beast. Like, it's not a nice thing, okay, but you can appreciate it for what it is. And to think that it's been cut down and put into tiny cans, sold and hacked and forth. We can do amazing things with this machine of ours. Take the magic and package it into like a toilet paper roll, a small can, condom wrapper, and a partridge in a pear tree.